What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. Now in today's video we're taking a look at the 9 exotic catalysts that were added to the game with the launch of Beyond Light. These were available in previous seasons, but their sources were changed when the content linked to them was added to the Destiny content vault, so if you're missing a few, and most importantly, if you're missing Izanagi's Burden and the Sleeper Simulant, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below and subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now before we jump into the meat of today's video, I want to first invite you all to the Jarv Community Hub. This is a fast growing community Discord with over 4,200 incredible members. So if you'd like to talk about Destiny, share your latest and greatest builds, or even any god roll weapons, then be sure to hop in. It's available to absolutely everyone, and the link to that can be found in the video description below. Now with the conclusion of Season of Arrivals and the introduction of Season of the Hunt and Beyond Light, this saw the introduction of the Destiny content vault. With that we saw 4 destinations removed from the game, and with that any exotics and exotic catalysts and their sources removed with them. Now with the launch of Season of the Hunt and Beyond Light, we have seen 9 of these catalysts return, all with alternative sources. And unlike previously where a lot of these required quest steps to complete, these now simply require enemy kills in order to finish each catalyst. And the main question here is, where do we get them all? And we're going to break that down in this video today. Now the first one we're taking a look at is for Worldline 0. You can obtain this by using the weapon itself, and by getting kills on combatants it has a chance to drop the Worldline 0 catalyst. Now the catalyst itself reduces the activation time of Tesseract, which is the main exotic trait. So if you haven't got your hands on this catalyst just yet, be sure to pull it out your collections and get some kills with it, and with each kill it gives you a chance to get the catalyst itself. Now the next group of catalysts we're taking a look at can be obtained through the playlist activities. So whether this be Vanguard Strikes, Gambit or Crucible, as long as you're in the actual playlist, then each completion has a chance to drop any of the following catalysts. There are 5 in total, and some of these catalysts are some of the most sought after available in the game. Now the first one of these that can be obtained through the playlist itself is for Bad Juju. You could originally get your hands on this through the Tribute Hall back in Season of Opulence. Now the catalyst itself extends the duration of String of Curses, making this one of the strongest pulse rifles for getting your super back in the game. Now next up we have one of the most popular sniper rifles, especially for Grandmaster activities, and this is the Izanagi's Burden. This was launched back in Season of the Forges, with the catalyst being added in Season of Opulence. Originally you could obtain this by fully upgrading your Chalice of Opulence, however since the launch of Beyond Light this is now obtainable through the playlist activities themselves. Now the catalyst increases the damage bonus of Honed Edge when all 4 bullets are consumed, making this an absolutely deadly weapon in any endgame pieces of content. So if you haven't got your hands on this just yet, be sure to jump into the playlist, which has a chance to drop this catalyst with every completion. Now next up we have one of the catalysts for one of the most deadly SMGs available in Destiny 2, and this is the Huckleberry. Now originally the catalyst was available through Heroic Adventures back in Destiny 2, however since these have been removed from the game and added to the Destiny content vault, this is now dropping from any playlist activity. Now as for the catalyst, this provides an additional perk called Bull Rider, and this is where kills with the weapon now reload the entire magazine. So as long as you can consistently kill low tier adds, the Huckleberry is an absolute monster when it comes to clearing out large waves. So once again, if you haven't got your hands on the Huckleberry catalyst, then this is most definitely not one to be slept on. Now the penultimate catalyst available from playlist activities is for the Polaris Lance. This is the exotic scout rifle that was introduced back in Warmind. Now originally the catalyst was obtainable through a quest that required you to get kills using the perfect 5th perk. This made it a very tricky catalyst to complete, as only kills with the elemental damage explosion would count. However the catalyst now drops from the playlist activities instead, and to complete the catalyst you simply need to get enemy kills. Now by completing the catalyst you'll get an additional perk called Dragonfly, where precision kills create a elemental damage explosion. So as well as the consistent explosions from the perfect 5th perk, for every precision kill you'll also receive that additional damage explosion too, making this one of the most explosive weapons available in your arsenal. Now the final catalyst available within the playlist activities is for the Skyburners Oath, the exotic scout rifle. Now this weapon has come to the forefront in this season with a lot of Cabal based activities, especially in the Proving Ground Strike. Now originally the Skyburner's Oath catalyst was obtainable through completing encounters in the normal Leviathan raid, however since the launch of Beyond Light this has now been added to the playlist instead. instead. Now the Catalyst allows the weapon to generate orbs or multi-kills, as well as adding 27 to the range stat upon completion. Now this boost increases the damage drop off of the weapon and the speed that the slug rifle projectiles fire from the hip, making it a very useful Catalyst to have, especially with a lot of Cabal activities in the game. So if you haven't got this in your Catalyst collection just yet, be sure to double check, and if you haven't, be sure to jump into the playlist to give yourself a chance to get your hands on it. Now if you're enjoying this video, I want to see more hints, tips and guides in relation to Destiny 2, then consider subscribing for more Destiny 2 content. Now next up, we're moving away from the playlist activities and into Lost Sectors specifically. Now Legend and Master Lost Sectors were added with the launch of Beyond Light, originally with Europa and the Cosmodrome, and more recently with the moon itself. Now these rotate on a daily basis, so the ones that you see in this video may be different to what you see in game, and whilst the exotic rewards will also rotate, the Catalyst rewards will always remain the same. Now as things currently stand, there is only one exotic Catalyst available from Legend or Master Lost Sectors, and this comes in the form of Telesto. Now Telesto's Catalyst was originally obtainable through the Eater of World raid lair from one of the secret chests, but with all the raid lairs and Leviathan content being added to the content vault, this has now been added to the Master or Legend Lost Sectors instead. Now the Catalyst itself provides an additional perk called Deeper Pockets, and this simply increases the ammo reserves on the weapon. Now Telesto is a controversial weapon, one that breaks the game more often than not, so having extra ammo in it is never a bad choice. Now if you've been farming Lost Sectors for those exotic pieces of loot, which are refreshed season on season, then you may already have your hands on it. However, if you were like me and still didn't have this in your Catalyst collection, then be sure to jump into Legend or Master Lost Sectors with a chance of this dropping for every completion that you make. And this moves us nicely onto the final pair of exotic catalysts. Now these can be obtained through the Nightfall ordeal on any difficulty. And what we don't currently know is whether increasing the difficulty increases the drop rate, as the reward screens do not state exotic catalysts anywhere at all. So with that in mind, it will be based on whether you can or can't get a fire team together. If you can't, then Adept and Hero still have a chance to drop these catalysts as well. Now the first catalyst that can be obtained through the ordeal is the Legend of Acrius. This is the raid shotgun back from Destiny 2 on the Leviathan raid. Now the catalyst for this weapon was originally obtainable through completing encounters in the prestige version of that raid. Now as for the catalyst itself, it adds an additional perk called Deeper Pockets, and this increases the magazine size, inventory capacity, as well as improving the reload speed on the weapon, making it one of the best DPS weapons in the game. Now if you were fortunate enough to get your hands on this incredible raid shotgun, then jumping into the ordeal is definitely a good idea going into Season 14. Now the ninth and final exotic catalyst we're taking a look at today is for the Sleeper Simulant. Now the Sleeper was introduced back in Warmind, and the catalyst for this weapon was only obtainable for a secret chest in the Spire of Stars raid lair. So if you didn't run that raid very often, or weren't fortunate enough to spawn the chest, then very few people will have their hands on the Sleeper Simulant Catalyst. Now this is a very important one to get your hands on ahead of Season 14, as at the launch of that season, Bungie will be increasing the precision damage on linear fusion rifles by 15%, but also increasing the reserve ammo by 20%, making the Sleeper potentially one of the best DPS options for the entire season. Now it's with that information in mind that the exotic catalyst provides two additional traits. One of those is called Accelerated Coils, and this speeds up the weapon's charge time, and this is paired with Deeper Pockets, which further increase the ammo reserves. So with a faster charge time and more ammo, Sleeper Simulant was already one of the best burst DPS weapons in the game, but with deeper reserves, it's potentially up there as one of the top tier options in endgame content. So if you're going to be jumping into the Vault of Glass in Season 14, or want to melt Templar and Atheon when you reach them in the Vault of Glass raid, then be sure to get your hands on this exotic catalyst that you can only obtain through the Nightfall ordeal in Destiny 2. So that's a good look at all 9 exotic catalysts that you should most definitely be seeking out ahead of Season 14. If you want to see more Destiny 2 content like this, then be sure to consider subscribing for more Destiny 2 content, and be sure to check out one of the 2 videos here in these cards for further hints, tips and tricks in regards to Destiny 2. I'm going to jump back into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.